The Ballad of Broken Dreams, a love letter to the abyss that is Albert Ludwigs Universität Freiburg. Oh, gather round, my darlings, and let me tell you a tale so wretched, so dripping with bureaucratic despair, that even the ghosts of academia weep into their dusty tomes. This is not just a story, it is a crime scene, a symphony of institutional neglect. And I, your humble narrator, am but a shattered vase upon the cold marble floors of Albert Ludwigs Universität Freiburg. Let us begin with the admissions process, a labyrinth designed by some sadistic minotaur who feeds on tears. Picture this. You, bright-eyed and hopeful, submit your precious documents beglaubigt Copian, signed in blood, metaphorically. But at this point, literally might be been easier. You pay for express shipping, because time is money, and money is the oxygen of life. The package arrives at 8:26 a.m., signed by Frau W. herself. But oh no, the university, in its infinite wisdom, declares it arrived a day late. Why? Because reality is merely a suggestion to them. The document was a beglaubigt Kopie, but they called it a Kopie der beglaubigten Kopie, distinction so meaningless, so Kafkaesque, that even the rats in the walls scoff. And when you protest? Silence. The kind of silence that makes you question if you ever existed at all. Now, let us wade into the swamp of credit transfers. You come from another university, bearing the holy grail of creditpunkt, earned through sleepless nights and questionable life choices. The staff, with the consistency of a melted gelato, first say yes, then say no, then send you spiraling through a phone tree of incompetence. The decision rests on one person's Gutdunkenwim, caprice, the alignment of the stars. And if you dare complain, the gates of academic Valhalla slam shut. Poof, 6 months of your life gone. Hotel stays, train tickets, exam fees, all sacrifices upon the altar of their indifference. Ah, but the teaching. The glorious, soul-crushing teaching. Lectures so dull they could sedate a hippo. A curriculum designed to turn you into a glorified parrot, squawking memorized facts onto exam papers. Critical thinking. That is a myth, like unicorns or functional Wi-Fi. The exercises are rigid, the practica scripted like bad theater. You want to test a hypothesis. To innovate, foolish child. This is not a place for curiosity, it is a factory, stamping out identical widgets of obedient drudgery. And the website. Oh, the website. A digital haunted house where buttons lead to voids, and course registrations vanish like whispers in the wind. You click submit, but did you truly submit? Who knows? The system is a riddle wrapped in a mystery, inside an enigma, buried under a pile of expired PHP code. But the true masterpiece, the housing. Moldy closets masquerading as dorm rooms, priced like Parisian penthouses. You are not a student, you are a mushroom, thriving in damp neglect. And the bureaucracy. A simple request takes months because time moves differently here. Einstein's theory of relativity was clearly inspired by their administration. And then there is the staff, a rotating cast of ghosts who communicate in riddles and vanish when needed. You ask a question in April. By August, you receive a reply so vague it could be a Zen koan. Accountability, a foreign concept. Errors are not corrected, they are enshrined, like relics of their own ineptitude. So here we are, my loves. Albert Ludwigs Universität Freiburg, where dreams go to die, where potential is smothered under paperwork, and where every interaction leaves you questioning the very fabric of reality. This is not education. This is endurance. And yet the buildings are pretty, like a gilded cage, a beautiful, crumbling facade hiding a void. Tell me, dear listener, shave you too felt the sting of this academic abyss? Or am I alone in this exquisite agony?
Businesses near Albert Ludwigs Universität Freiburg are like. You know, some of them are nice, but some just want to take your money and run. Like, there was this one souvenir shop close to the university, right? They would sell these little charms, like, oh, it is handmade, very special. But then tourists would buy them, and later find out they were just cheap plastic from some factory. I think the tourists probably felt so stupid, like they wanted something nice to remember Freiburg, and instead they got scammed. And the shop, probably still there, still selling the same fake stuff. Then there are these restaurants near Albert Ludwigs Universität, Freiburg, that add extra charges to your bill, like you order a coffee, and suddenly there is a service fee or table charge that was never mentioned. And if you are a tourist, maybe you do not notice because you do not speak German well. I think the tourists just pay it, They do not want trouble. And the restaurant keeps doing it because no one stops them. It is so unfair. Oh, and the worst one, there was this little electronics store not far from the university. They would sell discounted phones to tourists. But when the tourists got home, the phones were either fake or stolen. Like, imagine spending all that money and then finding out your new phone does not even work. I think the tourists probably tried to go back, but the store would just say, no refunds. And then what? They are only here for 2 weeks, so they cannot fight it. The store probably got away with it too. It is just sad, Albert Ludwigs Universität, Freiburg is such a beautiful place, but some people ruin it by being greedy. I wish tourists could just enjoy their trip without worrying about scams. But I guess that is how it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our in-depth look at the businesses surrounding the esteemed Albert Ludwigs Universität Freiburg in the charming city of Freiburg. As we embark on this exploration, prepare to navigate through a labyrinth of customer experiences, some of which may leave you questioning the true value of a hard-earned euro. Let's start with the Einkaufszentrum Schwarzwald City Freiburg, a place where one might expect the hustle and bustle of shoppers to be met with convenience and hospitality. Instead, we find a parking house that seems to have mastered the art of customer dissatisfaction. With a penchant for hidden costs and a flair for the dramatic, this garage has perfected the craft of turning a simple parking experience into a wallet-emptying saga. Perhaps the most perplexing is the modern-day ransom one must pay to retrieve their vehicle after hours, a fee that seems to be a well-kept secret, whispered only in the fine print of life. Venturing further into the heart of Freiburg, we stumble upon the Jagerraum Freiburg, a place of promised serenity. Yet even here, the tranquility is not immune to disruption. Picture this: a meditation session that begins with the striking of a gong. That never comes. In a world where time is precious, keeping your patrons waiting is akin to meditating on the concept of impatience itself. Now let us speak of culinary delights at Taj Tandoori, where the promise of exotic spices and aromatic dishes beckons. However, it appears that the only thing spicier than the cuisine is the surprise on one's face when presented with a bill that seems to have been seasoned with an extra pinch of greed. The food, according to some seasoned travelers, may leave you yearning for the comfort of a simple home-cooked meal, albeit at a fraction of the cost. In the realm of fine dining, we encounter Wolfscherhol, a restaurant that once held a Michelin star, now seemingly lost in the shadow of its former glory. Here, the service is reminiscent of a theatrical performance, complete with acts of forgetfulness and a finale that leaves you questioning the true cost of ambience. The exorbitant prices are paired with a side of indifference, creating a dining experience that is as memorable as it is misguided. For those seeking the pulse of Freiburg's nightlife, Crash might appear on the map as a beacon of techno beats and youthful exuberance. Yet, the reality is akin to a car crash of expectations, where the only thing more bruised than your ego is your wallet, having been subjected to the steep entrance fees and the occasional unsolicited humor at the door. And then there's Hilda 5 Culture Aggregate EV, a cultural hub that, despite its lower count of negative reviews, seems to emit a mysterious aura. Perhaps it is the enigma of its minimal feedback that invites us to ponder what lies within its walls, shrouded in the silence of unspoken experiences. Lastly, we raise our glasses at Alt-Wasch Freiburg Haus der Badischen Wein, where the wine flows as freely as the stories of unexpected thefts and the curious case of the vanishing service. It's a place where the charm of a bygone era seems to have been replaced by a business-like approach to hospitality, leaving one to wonder if the wine truly is the only thing aged on the premises. As we conclude our journey, we are reminded that the businesses near Albert Ludwigs Universität